Have you ever left the salon with a fresh color only to look in the mirror and think, why did I look older? It's not your imagination. The wrong hair color can actually drain your face, emphasize lines, and even make your skin look uneven. And here's the twist. It has nothing to do with the color itself and everything to do with how it clashes with you. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand why your hair color isn't working and how to pick a shade that brightens your complexion, brings out your eyes, and takes years off your look. We'll cover the 3 biggest mistakes most women make when choosing hair color and how to finally get it right, even if you've been coloring your hair for decades. Let's start with the one thing nobody tells you at the salon, the real reason your hair color looks off. Just because you like a color doesn't always mean it's the best choice for you. You might be drawn to that icy ash blonde or a rich deep burgundy because they look stunning on someone else, or maybe because you've worn them for years and they feel familiar. But here's the thing, if the color doesn't work with your skin's undertone, it can do more harm than good. What's really happening is this. Your hair color isn't just about your hair, it's about the whole picture. The color you choose needs to complement your skin tone, your undertone, and even your eye color. When these elements work together in harmony, your hair enhances your natural beauty in a way that feels effortless. But when they clash, something feels off. Your hair might look fine on its own, but your face may not look as fresh, vibrant, or alive as it truly could. Sometimes it's not about changing your whole look, but it's about refining the details that bring it all together. Let's break your mistakes down. Starting off with number 1, ignoring your undertones. Undertones are the subtle colors beneath the surface of your skin. They don't change, even if your overall skin color deepens with sun or lightens with age. Most women fall into one of 3 categories: cool, warm, or neutral. If you have cool undertones, your skin may look rosy or slightly bluish. You probably look better in silver jewelry, and shades like icy blonde, cool brown, and soft black tend to flatter you best. These colors bring out the brightness in your skin and help tone down any redness. If your skin leans warm, you might notice golden or peachy tones. Gold jewelry tends to suit you more, and your best hair colors usually fall under honey blonde, golden brown, and warm copper. These tones add life and warmth to your overall appearance without making you look sallow or dull. Then there are neutral undertones. This means you don't clearly lean warm or cool. You might look good in both silver and gold, and you can wear a wider range of colors, but you still need to keep things balanced. A color that's too extreme in either direction could still throw your look off. One of the biggest mistakes women make, especially as we get older, is choosing a hair color that fights with their undertone. When this happens, it doesn't matter how expensive the color was or how trendy the shade is. It just won't look right. For example, if you have warm undertones and go with a cool platinum blonde, it can make your skin look washed out or even grayish. On the flip side, if you have cool undertones and try a warm golden brown, it might exaggerate redness or make your complexion look uneven. This kind of mismatch becomes even more noticeable as we age. Our skin naturally loses some of its glow, so it's more important than ever that our hair color works with us, not against us. The right shade can make your skin look smoother, your eyes brighter, and your whole face more refreshed. A simple way to get a clue about your undertone is to look at the kind of jewelry you've always preferred. If silver tends to brighten your skin, you're probably cool-toned. If gold warms you up and flatters your skin more, you likely have warm undertones. And if both seem to work, you're probably neutral. It's not a perfect test, but it's a helpful place to start. Once you understand your undertone, you'll start seeing why some shades have never quite worked, even if they looked great on someone else. You'll also feel more confident about trying new colors, knowing they'll actually flatter your natural coloring. Let's ease into the next important piece of the puzzle, which is often overlooked, but just as powerful, which is your eyes. The color of your eyes can make or break a hair color, depending on what shades you choose to wear around them. One thing many women don't realize is how much eye color affects the way your hair color looks on you. It's not just about your skin. Your eyes bring so much life and emotion to your face, and the right hair color can either highlight that or hide it completely. Think of it this way: your eyes are the windows and your hair is the frame. If the frame doesn't match or complement the windows, everything looks a little off. As we age, our features naturally soften a bit. The contrast we once had between our hair, eyes, and skin can start to fade. That's why choosing shades that brighten and sharpen your eyes becomes even more important. You want color that supports your features, not one that overwhelms or washes them out. For women with warm brown or hazel eyes, rich tones like caramel, auburn, honey, or golden brunette tend to work beautifully. These colors wrap your face in warmth and bring those golden flecks in your eyes to life. It's like your eyes start to sparkle without even trying. These tones also complement warmer skin beautifully and can make your overall complexion look more radiant and youthful. And if you wear glasses, these rich shades often help your eyes stay the focus instead of getting lost behind the frames. On the other hand, if you have cool-toned eyes like icy blue, light green, or soft grey, cooler hair shades often bring out their clarity. Ash blonde, soft taupe, cool browns, and even natural black can provide just the right amount of contrast to make your eyes pop. These shades also work beautifully if your skin leans more porcelain or rosy. Together, they create that crisp, clean look that makes your features stand out in the best way without harshness. The mistake a lot of women make is choosing a hair color that doesn't match this natural eye story. When you wear a shade that clashes with your eyes, you might notice they lose their sparkle. The color feels off and you might not know why. Instead of drawing people in, your features start to look flat or washed out. It doesn't mean the hair color is bad. It just means it's not the right fit for you, and that's a crucial difference. And for many women over 50, this matters more than ever. As our lashes thin, our brows lighten, and our natural coloring fades, our eyes already have to work harder to stand out. A good hair color can bring that lost contrast back. It's like adjusting the lighting in a room. You're not changing what's there, you're just making it easier to see and appreciate. You don't need to memorize charts or color wheels to figure this out. Sometimes it's just about paying attention to when you feel most vibrant. Think about the last time someone complimented your eyes. What color was your hair then? What were you wearing? How did the light hit your face? These little clues can help you figure out what tones bring your natural beauty forward. And remember, the goal isn't to follow a strict set of rules, but it's to discover what makes you look and feel your best. The magic happens when your hair color, your eyes, and your skin tone all start speaking the same language. When they're in sync, the effect is subtle but powerful. You don't just look done, but you look like the best version of yourself. Now that we've looked at how skin tone and eye color both play a role, let's keep moving. There's one more mistake that trips up a lot of women. It's very common, and it's tied to something we see every trends. Sometimes we see a gorgeous hair color online or in a magazine and instantly feel tempted to try it ourselves. Platinum blonde, mushroom brown, copper red, even that silver lavender that's been trending all over social media. They're bold, fun, artistic, and let's be honest, sometimes we just want to shake things up. Especially if you've been coloring your hair the same way for 5, 10, even 20 years. A new color can feel like a fresh chapter, like turning the page and rediscovering a different side of yourself. But here's where it gets tricky. Just because something is trendy doesn't automatically mean it's going to flatter you. One of the most common mistakes women make, especially past 50, is jumping on a color trend without considering how it interacts with their unique skin tone, undertones, and facial features. That soft mushroom brown that looks so dreamy on a 25-year-old influencer under studio lights might read as dull or aging when worn on mature skin under natural daylight. It's not about age, it's about harmony. Take mushroom brown, for example. It's stylish, it's cool, and it's everywhere right now. But if your skin leans warm with golden or peachy undertones, this ashy, cool color can wash you out. Instead of making you look refreshed, it can drain the warmth from your complexion and make you appear tired or even a little grey. The same goes for those stunning copper reds. They're eye-catching, yes, but if you have cool-toned eyes, like icy blue or grey, the contrast can be too harsh and throw off the balance of your whole face. And let's talk about platinum blonde. On the right person, it can be edgy and elegant. But for many women over 50, especially those with thinner or more delicate hair, it can look brittle or worse, highlight scalp areas we'd rather not draw attention to. The maintenance is also no joke, and it can quickly turn brassy if your natural undertones don't support it. Now, that doesn't mean you need to avoid trends altogether. You can absolutely rock a modern, current look. It just needs a little customizing. That's where a skilled colorist comes in. A good one will know how to tweak that trending shade with a hint of warmth, or add depth through subtle lowlights to make it harmonize with your complexion. You don't have to copy what's hot to a T. Instead, think of it like tailoring fashion. You're taking the trend and reshaping it to fit you. At the end of the day, hair color should never overpower your natural beauty. It should bring out your best features like your eyes, your skin, your smile, and not distract from them. It's not about chasing what's popular this season. It's about making confident, thoughtful choices that make you feel vibrant, seen, and yourself. So if you've ever walked out of the salon thinking, "Why doesn't this look right on me?" know that it probably wasn't the wrong color in general. It was likely just the wrong color for you. And that's a powerful distinction, because when you finally land on the right tone, one that works with you, not against you, it doesn't just change your hair, it changes how you show up in the world. Now that we've talked about what to avoid, let's shift into something more helpful. It's time to focus on how to actually find the right shades for you. The colors that lift your face, brighten your eyes, and make your skin look smoother and more even. It's easier than you think, and it starts with a few simple guidelines. As women over 50, we want colors that lift, brighten, and soften our appearance. The good news is that with a few small changes, your hair can do all of that. A great place to start is with your skin tone. This is one of the most important pieces when choosing a hair color that actually flatters you. It's not about chasing the most popular shade. It's about finding what blends with your natural coloring in a way that feels effortless. Your skin tone creates the canvas for how a hair color will look on you, and when you get it right, everything from your eyes to your smile looks brighter. If your skin has cool undertones, you'll often notice hints of pink, red, or bluish tones underneath the surface. Hair colors that fall on the cooler side, like icy blonde, ash brown, mocha, or burgundy, tend to look most natural and flattering. These shades help balance out any redness in the skin, and they bring out the brightness in your eyes. Cool colors often give a polished, elegant feel, especially when paired with fair or rosy skin. On the other hand, if your skin leans warm, you might see golden, peachy, or yellow tones. In this case, warm shades like golden blonde, honey, chestnut, caramel, and rich copper are your best bet. These tones add a soft, healthy-looking glow to your complexion. This can be especially helpful if your skin has lost some of its natural color over time, or if it's started to look a little dull or uneven. Warm shades reflect light in a way that brings warmth back to your face, helping you look more radiant and refreshed. And if your tone falls somewhere in the middle, what's often called neutral, you're lucky to have a bit more flexibility. You can usually wear a mix of warm and cool tones, as long as they're not too extreme. The goal is always balance. When your hair and skin tone are in harmony, everything looks softer, smoother, and more youthful. Once you've figured out your undertone, the next step is to think about contrast. This part often gets overlooked, but it makes a huge difference, especially as we age. Many women jump into hair color changes hoping for something fresh or dramatic, but they don't always realize that going too light or too dark too quickly can actually work against them. Extreme contrast, particularly on mature skin, can bring out shadows, deepen fine lines, or even give the face a slightly washed out or hardened appearance. If your natural color is a soft medium brown, for example, suddenly going platinum blonde or jet black might feel bold, but it often ends up looking too sharp against your complexion. That kind of high contrast can create an unnatural divide between your hair and your skin, drawing attention in ways you may not want. A more forgiving, flattering approach is to stay within 1 or 2 shades of your natural base color. This doesn't mean you have to play it safe or boring. It just means you're creating a subtle shift that still feels connected to your features. Whether you go a touch lighter to brighten your look or a bit deeper for richness and dimension, the key is balance. When your hair color works with your natural coloring instead of fighting against it, you'll notice how much softer, smoother, and more refreshed your entire face appears. Think of this as enhancing what's already beautiful rather than trying to reinvent it. The right amount of contrast can help define your features and add life to your overall appearance without overwhelming your look. Now let's talk about dimension. Flat, all-over color might be quick and easy, but it often ends up looking dull, especially as we get older. One solid shade with no variation can make the hair appear heavy or lifeless, which in turn can bring out more of the things we try to soften, like fine lines or uneven skin texture. When the hair lacks movement or depth, it can almost create a helmet effect, making the whole face seem more rigid. Adding soft highlights or lowlights changes all that. It brings in light and contrast in a way that mimics how natural hair responds to the sun. This technique gives your hair a much-needed sense of movement and liveliness. It adds visual interest, especially around the face, where brightness can help lift and soften your features. And the best part, it works beautifully across all hair colors, whether you're a warm brunette, a cool blonde, or fully embracing your natural gray. Even just a few strategically placed lighter pieces around the face or crown can create that modern, sun-kissed glow. It's not about looking younger, it's about looking refreshed, radiant, and full of life. Think of dimension as your secret weapon. It makes your hair color look more expensive, your style more intentional, and your entire appearance more vibrant. Another important piece to keep in mind is how your hair color should evolve as you age. What looked amazing in your 30s or even early 40s might not be doing you the same favors today. That's completely normal. As we age, our skin tone naturally shifts, losing some of its original warmth or clarity, and our hair texture changes too, becoming finer, drier, or more porous. All of these factors affect how color sits on your hair and how it complements your face. A shade that once gave you that glow might suddenly feel too intense, too flat, or even draining. If you've been feeling like your usual go-to color just isn't working like it used to, that's a signal worth listening to. It doesn't mean you need to do a complete 180 or jump into gray if you're not ready. Sometimes it's as simple as softening the tone, shifting just a shade lighter, or adding in subtle warmth to bring back that harmony between your skin and hair. This stage of life isn't about trying to look younger. It's about looking your best where you are right now. Your hair color should reflect your energy, your style, and how you want to show up in the world. When you find a color that really fits you, everything else lifts. Your eyes seem brighter, your skin looks clearer, and your whole face feels more alive. The goal isn't to hide the changes, but to embrace them with intention. Great color enhances who you are, without overpowering or disguising it. It's about bringing your natural beauty back into focus, gently and confidently. Now I'd love to know, what hair color have you tried that either worked and totally didn't? Share your story in the comments. I read everyone, and it helps others too. And if you enjoyed watching this video, you will definitely love this next one.